Katy Christian Ministries, a nonprofit social service program that works to serve Katy and surrounding areas. We spoke to Food Pantry Director Derrek Espry.
KCM started back in 1983 in the basement of First United Methodist Church. Soon it outgrew that area, so the local churches at that time decided to set KCM up as a separate entity and with their own building. There's three parts to Katy Christian Ministries. There's a crisis center, social services, and the food pantry. And the crisis center sees about 150 people a month, and that's either through the hospitals or through walk-ins that come through the front door. The crisis center's main job is they're dealing with domestic abuse or sexual assault cases. So they're upstairs, kind of separated from the rest of us. They've got a couple of events they do every year also. One is a drive for blankets. They get taken to the hospital for the patients and our clients. Another one is hospital scrubs that are used. And then we just finished our other one about a week ago that was called the Silent Witness Program. And basically we get a list the previous year from 2012 in this case of all the victims that were murdered or died due to domestic abuse or sexual assault. And so there's a whole program that's done outside in the community. There are some what we call red ladies. Those are plywood cutouts that are part of that program, and on each cutout is the story of the person that was murdered the previous year. And the food pantry backs or supports them. A lot of times those clients will come down with an anonymous name. They're a Jane Doe or John Smith or whatever name they're given for that day. And they'll come down, they'll get food, usually an emergency case, because these ladies don't have, these people do not have whether it's a woman, it can be a male, it could be children of all ages. That crime or those crimes are not specific to any group. They cross all socioeconomic boundaries, all races. So it doesn't matter if you're living in Cinco Ranch, you can be in River Oaks, you can even be in downtown Houston, and it happens. So there's no specific group that's linked to. And so they'll come down, they get food, usually emergency food just for a couple of days so we can get them some permanent housing and get them back on their feet. Another part of KCM is the social services department. And that department is next to us. It's where a lot of our clients come from. And basically social services sees people that they'll qualify them for whether it's food or financial. The financial side of it involves if they get an eviction notice, they're paying, helping to keep the house, the roof over their head. They also deal with utility bills, help pay electric, help pay water, to keep the electricity on. And then there's also and food is also a part of that part of their group. And so all those people come over to the food pantry. Now the food pantry, we're seeing about 720 families a month now, and it's three-pronged. We've got the food that we give them, which is just a basic food. We're not set up to feed you for the month. I'm set up just to supplement what you can buy, what little bit of money you save by me giving you food. They're supposed to use that to help pay the bills down. So if they're late with the rent payment or they're late with the car payment, this to help them catch up so they don't need us anymore. Part of KCM is part of the food pantry is our birthday room that we've got. So just because there's a kid that comes in or the family comes in that's they're having a difficult time making ends meet, we help them out with birthday. Just because this has happened doesn't mean the kid needs to suffer and not have a birthday. They don't get much. It's a box of cake mix, icing. They'll get some wrapping paper to wrap presents up, and then also give them. There's a small toy that we get as donations, and so those are there. Some donations are in the form of gift cards from Sonic or McDonald's. Some are movie passes. They're like $5, maybe $10. So it's just enough to go out one time, have a night out with their friends, so that they can enjoy it. So that's a big thing for us also.
Katy Christian Ministries was founded in 1984 when 9 separate churches banded together to help the community. In year 1994, a plot of land was donated to the ministry. By 2004, the plot had turned into the center of the organization's operations and housed their administration, social services, food pantry, domestic abuse center, and sexual abuse center. Here, they help all of the Houston area from one location, although their service does extend to at least 3 counties. Christian Ministries is a completely non-profit organization, and volunteers provide the backbone of the organization's services. We spoke to longtime volunteer Curtis to ask about what it's like to serve at Katy Christian Ministries and what sort of things they do. Well, sir, how long have you been working at Katy Christian Ministries?
Since 1984.
1984.
1985.
And I heard you were one of the first people to start working here.
No, it was started about a year or maybe 2 years before I got here. From what I understand, I didn't ever see it. It started in somebody's garage, and it got too big too quick, and it went to the basement in the United Methodist Church here in Katy. And it was there for several years, but at that time they opened on Wednesdays and Saturdays only, 4 hours a day. And then they moved to a place up there on Fifth Street, across from the Church of Christ. Then after a while, they moved over here to the Katy land in Fifth, and then to the building that you're in now.
What would you say changed the most since your time working here?
What do you mean change?
Well,
Let me
the environment.
How's Katy Christian Ministries changed since 1984?
It had changed a lot. Back then, if you had food to give out, if you had food, when you ran out of that one item, you didn't have anything to replace it. They did not buy food. They did not have food drives like they do now. And mostly the United Methodist Church, the few what people brought was what was put in the basement, and we gave it up. But if one item was gone, you just omitted it, and you might have 5 items in a bag. It had really grown.
Katy Christian Ministries still works today and allows everyday people to volunteer and work to help make the community a better place.